Hello everyone! Today we are going to draw a beautiful maple leaf together. Maple leaves are so iconic. Their sharp edges, the elegant shape make them a fairy symbol of autumn. But don't worry, I'll guide you step by step, so it will be simple and fun to follow along. Let's get started and enjoy drawing this autumn classic. So, before I start outlining the leaf itself, I first mark the general area where our subject will be placed. That's why I'm drawing a kind of circle, and inside this circle we'll later build all the details. Now I'm sketching the 5 main veins of the leaf. They spread out just like a palm, as if 5 elements are coming out in a fan shape from the center. Next, let's also outline the edge of the leaf to make it look more realistic. To begin refining the outline, I first use a kneaded eraser to erase the extra graphite. After I've erased the loose lines, I look at the photo and carefully transfer the leaf's contour onto the paper. I draw the petiole first, then go around and define each little tooth on the edge. If I don't like something, later I can always erase it and redraw. After I've sketched the main outline, I now want to mark the inner veins. So let's get started. Now we begin shading. I'm using a harder pencil, 2H for example, and I start by applying short strokes from the center of each vein toward the edge. I try not to press too hard so the strokes stay light and airy. This is how I shade around each vein. I do it so the veins will stand out more. This process takes some time, so let's go slowly and carefully over each vein. Now we have drawn the basic veins, and our next task is to give the leaf some overall volume. To do this, we need to make one half of the leaf a little lighter and the other half a bit darker. In this way, I divide the leaf into 2 parts according to the lighting. Then I repeat the same process for each smaller vein. At the next step, we'll go around the whole edge of the leaf and make it more detailed, more beautiful and more complex. I'll start detailing the edge of the leaf by adding a little thickness to it. After marking the thickness of the leaf, I start drawing the wavy edge with short, small strokes, being careful not to shade the thickness of the leaf at first. As you can see, I'm creating little waves with these short strokes, and this technique makes the leaf's structure look more realistic. Let's use this same method to go around the entire edge of the leaf. Now I want to darken some areas of the leaf to give it more volume. So let's add a little shading to the base and between the teeth of the leaf. Take a look at the real leaf for reference. We'll shade these areas lightly as well. So let's go! At this stage, there is really nothing difficult. I just take a hard pencil and lightly go over the details and veins in these key spots. This adds extra depth and volume to the leaf. Oh, now we've reached my favorite stage, adding the fine details. For this, I'm using a softer pencil, HB for example, and this is where the really interesting part begins. From each vein, I carefully start sketching the small, delicate veins. I do this randomly and loosely, making sure the spacing between the veins is varied and chaotic so it doesn't look like they're all identical. As you can see, I'm drawing the veins very carefully. In some places, I connect them, but usually I work from the central vein toward the edge. Step by step, we begin refining all of the tiny details. Now, let's carefully go step by step, refining each part of the leaf and gradually adding more and more small veins. For me, this is a kind of meditation. You sit, draw something beautiful, and the drawing slowly comes to life, filled with detail and texture. So now, I am going to draw the small veins step by step. Next, I start adding small shadows, spots, and little dents. These subtle details give the drawing more realism. I do this by looking at the photo and a real leaf beside me. But I also add some imperfections from my imagination. This is a creative process. You need to really feel the leaf. And finally, let's go over the edge of the leaf one more time. This time, I want to do the final touches on the edge, adding a bit more shading where needed. I'm using a softer HB pencil for this. I'll also darken some of the veins here and there. This is the final stage where I refine the leaf, add the finishing details, and give the veins even more depth. And the final touch in our leaf drawing is the petiole. Let's mark the tip of the leaf as well. To give it volume, I apply short crosswise strokes to mimic its shape and form. As you can see, our maple leaf is fully complete. I really enjoyed drawing it, especially adding texture and imperfections to make it look more realistic and natural. I hope you enjoyed this step-by-step drawing of the maple leaf. This was a short, sped-up version, just a little peek into my full botanical process. If you'd like to learn in more detail, I have a full-length tutorial on my Patreon. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more nature-inspired art. So, see you next time and happy drawing! Bye bye!